Several years after I first read about near-death experience in a medical journal, I was having dinner with a college friend of mine and his wife. And during the course of dinner, she said that she had allergies so severe that once she was even under general anesthesia in an operation, had an allergic reaction, and she coded. And that was all she said at that point in time, but the way she said that triggered my thinking as a doctor. There seemed to be more to the story. That was my instinct as a physician. So I popped the question, did anything happen to you when your heart stopped, when you coded on the operating room table? And she immediately said, why, yes, and went on to share the first near-death experience I ever heard in person. Here she described how her consciousness went above her body. She saw the frantic efforts at her own resuscitation, the racket the electrocardiogram machine makes when it flatlines. She then went through a tunnel, was in an unearthly, beautiful realm, had a review of her life, and had to make a decision about returning to her own physical body, which she finally decided she would do. After she relayed that story, she asked in a puzzled way, but I don't know what that experience is. She'd never heard about near-death experience. It was then I said, I think I know what happened. I read about this several years ago. I think you had a near-death experience. And from that moment on, I was struck. I knew that if this happened consistently to a large number of people, if this was a real experience, if this was, if you will, nature's way about telling us something about the big picture, this was extremely important indeed. And I was ready to begin my investigation journey to learn more about what I just heard about. What's remarkable about near-death experiences is that they shouldn't happen. Many of them are associated with a cardiac arrest, which means your heart stops beating like a heart attack. The moment your heart stops beating, of course, immediately blood stops flowing to the brain. 10 to 20 seconds after that event, the EEG or electroencephalogram, which is a measure of brain electrical activity, goes absolutely flat. There is no measurable brain electrical activity. It should be impossible to have any kind of conscious memory at that point in time, and yet, literally by the thousands, people have reported near-death experiences under those circumstances. The key to understanding near-death experience is to understand that they're common, that what happens during them are consistently observed, to understand the evidence for their reality, and to understand that they're absolutely medically inexplicable. There's no substitute for actually listening, and listening carefully to people that have had these near-death experiences, either in person or reading the accounts from a wide variety of sources.